Happy hello to you friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd go over what's in my pencil case and then what's in my other pencil case. Yep, I've got to. First, this is my normal pencil case, which I use for artwork and also university work, so there's some regular stationery in there that you'll see later on. It's got this really cute lemon pattern on the outside, and on the inside there are three sort of sections. In the first section, I keep some of the small flat items. I have two small erasers that used to be one larger eraser, but it broke on me. So sad. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's a Faber-Castell eraser, but I can't be certain. I of course have a pair of scissors in there. Thank you, past Artie, for demonstrating how scissors work. I have two little containers of mechanical pencil refills. The second one I show has a piece of paper taped onto it, so I know which one I'm using currently. The mechanical refills I use are 2B and are in the 0.5 thickness. I have a 15cm ruler in there as well. And finally, a tiny eraser pen thing. I don't know what they're called. But the brand is Tombow Mono Zero. And that is everything in the first section. Onto the second section, which is small. It's a flap that has space for 5 pens/pencils. I use it for the 5 utensils that I reach for the most, so I don't have to go digging around in the third section every time I want to use one. First is my mechanical pencil, which is the Pentel Graph Gear 1000 in the 0.5 size. I love this pencil so much. Next is the Unipin Fine Liner with the brush nib. I use this one all the time. It's very juicy and has a flexible nib, but not so flexible that it's hard to control. And its ink is waterproof. Next is my white Posca marker, which is the 0.9 to 1.3mm size. It's one of the smaller sizes and is perfect for little white highlights. Second last is the Uniball I in the ultra micro size. This is the black gel pen with waterproof ink. I love writing with this one. It is so smooth. And finally is my favorite retractable biro pen. This is the J. Burroughs 1.0 Black Biro. It's just a cheap stationery brand that you can find in Officeworks here in Australia. And on to the third final section, which is the largest. Right on top we have my Pigma Micron 6-piece set, one of which is a brush nib. These are also waterproof, and you see me use these all the time in my other videos. Then underneath that, we have 2 pads of sticky notes that I use for school. One is your regular yellow sticky notes and the other is lined and sticky on the entire side rather than just one strip of stickiness on the top. Okay, next we have my Tombow dual tip markers. These are water-based, so they don't leak through the page. One end is a lovely brush nib and the other is a simple bullet nib. I have several colors and not all of them are in here. I just keep some in here that I like to use as highlighters for school. Next, I have more dual tip markers, also water-based. These are Born brand, a cheap student grade art brand found only at Officeworks. Next is a red version of the J. Burroughs retractable biro that I showed earlier in the second section. Very handy for school notes. Now you can't actually see the name of this one because it's covered by a thingy, but this is a black retractable Sharpie. I can't remember where I got this, but I haven't seen any others anywhere since I got it. And this one is the Pigma Micron PN. It's basically a bullet nib, but it's the slightest bit flexible, like a brush nib. I got this from an art store in London when I visited family there, but I did check and you can get these in Australia from Amazon. Okay, next I've got my cheap ass glue stick, and then I've got my favorite sharpener, which I found in high school on the ground. Its lid cap thing is a bit broken and it falls open all the time, but I love it. Then we have my kneadable eraser. It's a bit old and has become slightly sticky. As you can see here, it makes it a bit hard to open the box, but it works fine. And here we have some more Unipin fine liners. These ones are in the 1.0 and 0.5 sizes. Also waterproof, which we love. Then we have my white gel pen, very handy for those tiny white highlights. This one is the Uniball Signo in the broad size. These two pens are new retractable gel pens that I've been trying out. The brand is Pentel Energel. They are both in the 0.7 size and I'm really enjoying using these for both writing and sketching. I got a black one and a turquoise blue one. Then we have your basic 4-color biro. Just got this for a couple of dollars at my local Officeworks. This one has pink, purple, green and blue. Almost done. Next we have a few grey lead or graphite pencils, whatever you want to call them. We have a 2B, a 2H, a 6B, and finally a HB. The 2H is Faber-Castell brand and all of the others are Staedtler. Next is my art block marker. I got this in a 2-pack on clearance for $2. The other one was completely dried out, so it went in the bin. All the information it says on the pen is medium Bic. Bic is the brand, medium is the size. I can tell it's a bullet nib, and I have learnt that it isn't waterproof. And finally, the last one, a red chalk pencil that I also got in London. The brand is, let's try not to butcher this one, Ko Ino Gioconda. Nailed it. And that is everything in my main pencil case. There is my hand for size reference. Now we can move on to the other one. This is my traveling on-the-go painting bag. This is all for watercolor painting, but I sometimes do have a couple of tubes of gouache in there as well, depending on how I'm feeling. First, we have a few paper towels, folded up and ready to use for blotting or wiping or whatever. Then we have my little spray bottle of water. I find this one pretty funny. It says it's mine on it. I got it when I was a kid, and I don't know where it's from. Next is my green collapsible cup, which I use for paint water. It's small and compact and has a little lid as well. I got this for very cheap, only for a few dollars on Temu. I did a big art supply shop on Temu a little while ago, and this was one of the things I got. Next is the star of the show, my Jazz Art Byron travel watercolor set. I got this for $25 at my local art store, and this is what I learned watercolor with. Don't get me wrong, I'm still learning, but this set is where I started. It's nice and small and has a decent studio grade paint. It comes with 2 palette spaces and a little sponge. It also came with a water brush, which I'll show a little later. We have 2 decently sized bulldog clips for holding your paper down when it's windy. And then we have this travel paintbrush set that was part of my Temu shop. There are 3 sizes and they are your average round brush shape that comes to a point. These brushes have been surprisingly decent quality. They haven't shed at all and they hold a decent amount of water. And they come in this cute little pouch. We also have some angle rulers in there that I like to have just in case if I need help with some perspective. Now this little gadget is called a viewfinder. You can slide it to different ratios and hold it up to the scene you want to draw or paint to help you find a good composition. I also got this from Temu for maybe $5. And this is the water brush that I mentioned earlier. You fill the barrel with water and squeeze it to put water into the brush, and then you can paint with it. Handy if I can only fit paints and one brush in my bag. And finally is this little collapsible shot glass that I also got from Temu that I can use for water if the green one is too big for the situation. I'd also like to appreciate this bathroom bag that also came from Temu. It's the perfect size for what I needed, and it's clear so I can see where everything is instead of having to go on a treasure hunt for whatever it is I need. And that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you whether you've been here since the start or you've only just arrived. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you all next time. Bye!